Hi everyone, in this video I am going to present a topic on edema. Edema refers to the abnormal accumulation of fluid in the interstitial tissues. Okay, this edema will lead to tissue swelling. In case of clinical symptoms, the commonly observed in various diseases such as heart failure, liver cirrhosis and kidney diseases. Okay, this edema also occurs if a capillary filtration exceeds the lymphatic drainage, and it will lead to increase in interstitial fluid volume. Okay, if there is an increase in interstitial fluid volume, automatically edema will occurs. Okay, then pathophysiology of edema. Okay, this one involves the imbalance between the fluid filtration from the capillaries into the interstitial space and fluid drainage through the lymphatic system. Okay, if there is any imbalance between the fluid filtration from the capillaries and through the lymphatic system, edema will occur. Okay, main mechanism include capillary hydrostatic pressure, decreased plasma oncotic pressure, increased vascular permeability and obstruction of lymphatic drainage. Increased capillary hydrostatic pressure in the sense it is a very primary force that is responsible for fluid filtration from the capillaries to the interstitial space. Okay, an increase in capillary hydrostatic pressure mainly occurs due to the heart failure, and it will lead to increased filtration of fluid from capillaries to interstitial space. Okay, finally it will lead to edema. Okay, then decreased plasma oncotic pressure. The oncotic pressure is a pressure exerted by the proteins in the blood. Okay, this one will pull the fluid back into capillaries. If there is any decrease in this plasma oncotic pressure, it will lead to the reduced fluid reabsorption. Okay, and it causes accumulation of fluid in the interstitial space. Okay, this one will causes a edema. Then increased vascular permeability. Okay, due to the inflammation or injury, it will lead to the leakage of plasma protein and fluid into the interstitial space. Okay, then obstruction of lymphatic drainage. If there is any obstruction in the lymphatic drainage, it will lead to the drainage of interstitial fluid. Okay, it will finally lead to the edema. Okay, then hyperemia. Hyperemia means increased blood flow towards the particular portion of the body. Okay, this can be due to inflammation or exercise. And it is of two types, active and passive. Active hyperemia means there is an increase in blood flow to the particular area due to the increased demand for oxygen and nutrients. Okay, but in case of passive hyperemia, this one will occur when there is an obstruction of venous outflow. Okay, then ischemia means opposite to that hyperemia. There is a reduction or loss of blood flow to the particular area of the body. Okay, then this can be caused by blood clot, narrowing of blood vessels, or damage to blood vessels, etc. Then symptoms of hyperemia and ischemia. Here hyperemia means often redness will occur, warmth and swelling in that particular area. In case of ischemia, the skin become pale, cold and maybe painful. Okay, then treatment for hyperemia and ischemia, it depends on the particular cause and condition. Okay, in some cases, by applying small heat or cold to the affected area will treat the hyperemia, but in some cases medication or surgery may be needed. Okay, for ischemia also, the ranges from simple medication to surgery. The next concept is normal hemostasis. It refers to the physiological process the body undergoes to prevent bleeding by maintaining the integrity of the blood vessel. It mainly occurs due to vasoconstriction. It is the first step in hemostatic process If there is any damage to the vessel wall, it will constrict the blood vessel. Okay, that is called as vasoconstriction. Okay, this vasoconstriction is mediated by the release of endothelin. The next factor is platelet activation and aggregation. Here the platelets are moved to the injured blood vessels. They are activated by the damaged endothelium. Then the other chemicals like thromboxane A2, adenosine diphosphate, the activated platelets will secrete the chemicals like serotonin and thromboxane A2 that causes further vasoconstriction and the recruitment for more platelets to form a plug in that particular area. Okay, once the platelet plug is formed, the coagulation factors are activated to initiate the clotting cascade. Okay, finally, after once it is repaired, the clot must be dissolved. Okay, this process is mediated by the activation of fibrinolytic system. Okay, which activates plasminogen to form a plasmin. This enzyme that degrades a fibrin mesh and dissolves the clot. Thank you for listening.